Hello, this is a recording of the Envisage Dental TV, a demonstration to show features and functionality. So first things first, when you become a user, you will be logging into the Codasign deployment system. This is cloud-based software enabling you to manipulate the playlist or create a playlist to then send to the media player. We supply the media player, and the media player itself sits behind the TV. It is Wi-Fi enabled, and it can also be hardwired in as it has a Cat5 port. Very easy to set up, very similar to a sort of prime stick, which you just plug and play, very easy. How we use the system, well, the idea is that you create a playlist, and I've got a number of playlists down here on the right hand side. I've got a number of them because I'm constantly doing demos and training, but the first thing you would probably do is create a new playlist. I'm going to call this test 50. And you normally get prompted to adjust the playlist by our monthly shop, because we create media content every month to coincide with a particular national campaign. So that might be a healthcare campaign, such as heart disease, which is February. British Heart Foundation promotes that particular campaign. So we like to make sure we offer you content that you can add into the library around that particular topic. So oral heart health and heart disease, there is a connection. And then of course next month is Easter. So we also want to deliver content to your library so that you can obviously educate people whilst they're sat in the waiting room about their oral health in general, and maybe tell them about things that obviously we know, but we can't assume that they will. You can also see up here the My Media category. So this is all content that you've uploaded or perhaps created yourself. And then if we zoom down, those are playlists shown here, but we're going to be working with the playlist function on the right-hand side. So once I've created a playlist, this one being test 50, I want to have it so that it's around 20 to 25 minutes long, and the duration is indicated here. And at the moment, there are no articles in there. So what I'll do is I'll just have a quick preview of some of my content. This is talking about Easter chocolate and tips. So the content that we create tends to be video and image content with text to obviously prompt people. There is no sound on any of the content we create. And if a company such as Boutique or Invisalign have added content into the library, we will also have a subtitled silent version, because in general, we think it's not a good idea to have a lot of noise, particularly repeating every 20 or 30 minutes within a playlist, within the waiting room reception area. We want to keep it calm and quiet, so we don't want to compete with that. So I've started my Easter chocolate, maybe some more educational content. This one's about oral health, and I can zoom through, see if it's suitable. There's normally a call to action at the end of any video, maybe a QR code or a website for people to refer to. We also have quite a lot of NHS content for practices who are offering NHS treatments, again with QR codes. And if you are an NHS practice, you would probably want to also show things like your band costs, so on and so forth. Of course, they change every year. CQC really likes that type of content being displayed clearly within the waiting room. Get a big tick for that if it's on the waiting room TV. I can look at my list of media content, my videos, chronologically by clicking on the See More button, and I can see 12 items on a page, or I can bring it to 36, and there are hundreds and hundreds of items of content. So there's that understanding NHS charges, makes it very clear. Things like diversity in practice, missed appointments, children and toothbrushing. So there's a lot, a huge variety of content, and we feel as a company it's really important that dentistry in your practice is the ideal place where you can obviously teach people about prevention and best practice when it comes to looking after their teeth. So let's make sure we get some of that content in the library. So we're building up our articles. This is now 6 articles long, 6 minutes 22. Big array of content, as you can see, and that goes on and on and on, page after page. If you have a specific if you like healthcare priority, or there's something that you want in particular to promote, such as, let's just home in on it, the orthodontics, maybe aligners, you can go to the media library where it shows you the items listed in category. So teeth straightening or orthodontics, whatever you want to use. And this is where you can start creating that narrative about your particular offer. The best way to do that is to start gently with a bit of educational content about straighter teeth, the benefits of straighter teeth, because a lot of people won't understand that there are clear benefits. A gentle bit of advertising to, show how you can reveal your smile, speak to a member of the team, health benefits again. A line is available now, but if you are an Invisalign provider, you may then want to start homing in on your particular brand. We've got all brands in here, and let's just start adding that in. And then we find it's always good to actually just show people what these things are, because we presume all the time, I think, in this industry that people know what orthodontics are, they know how a clear aligner works, but always better to show them. And this gives people the confidence to begin conversations with members of the clinical team. You're the experts, and actually quite often it can be frightening, maybe concerning for someone to ask those questions, to take that step, because you know what it's like. People don't want to feel embarrassed if they ask the wrong thing, or perhaps rejected because they've said the wrong terminology. So it's really nice if you can just give them a bit of an understanding by showing them this. We always have Invisalign content as well. Let's add that in. But now we have quite a bit of content there talking about aligners. Let me show you how you then create what we call templating. In fact, I tend to refer to it as digital posters. You can create digital posters very easily, but the first thing I'm going to do is show you that in those templates there are brands, i.e. the last brand that I've been working with will appear up here with their color scheme and with their imagery. But I can manage my brand by going to configure branding. And this is useful, particularly if a practice has changed your branding. You can alter this yourself. I'm going to replace this image with my, just make this up, dental practice logo. And you'll see that appear in a second. And if I want to change any color of any of the colors within the template, I can do that pretty easily just by clicking on, and I can get the exact color by using my pipette. Using the pipette allows me to go onto that color and change those particular accents within the templates. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute about that. So let me just get that for the text. I'm going to save that now. And if I come into my templating, I can then go into my templates and maybe have a look at content that I've already created. So there's my logo, it's already gone in. And if this was already in a playlist, it would update that now anyway, retrospectively. You wouldn't have to adjust or save or change. If it's already within the playlist and playing, it will have changed that logo. So there's lots of things you can do within here. If I go to template and now I add a new template, this is how you begin creating or manipulating templates. One of the most routinely used templates is the custom text and image template. So it allows you to upload a content and text within that particular slide. So if I do that, you'll see your branding is here and your color scheme. I'm just going to call this test. I'm going to call this template. The actual title that's shown on the actual screen is here. So Invisalign, find out more. I can put in my text. And I can upload an image by choosing a file and maybe bringing an image in. Now, I'm just going to put in a square image. It's a random image. It's nothing to do with Invisalign, but it's just one I had at hand. And if I noticed here, my image comes in here. I've got my text here. Now I can see that text is black. What I might want to do is I can alter the size of that. And I can alter the color because I'm using my brand colors in here if that's what I wanted to do. I can also change the font and maybe having a more modern font. That's going to allow me to do that. But hopefully you can see we've created quite a nice, appealing looking template or a digital poster with my branding in, with my content, with my image. And I can put in a scrolling message to a member of the team, and that scrolling message will appear along the bottom of the screen. And you'll see that also on the preview here. So there you go, speak to a member of the team. I need to just save that, and I can then add that into my playlist over here. So Invisalign offer test, remember? And again, I might put something like a QR code. If you've got an offer on your website, you can put in a QR code for people to scan, check out our prices. There's all sorts of things. You might want to advertise your Facebook page to get people to follow you. Instagram, you might want them to do that. And it's so simple whilst they're sat there, because of course they've got a bit of time. They can scan the QR code and become followers of your Instagram. And another nice one is the dental team. Dental team is always useful to have. It presents the team in a really professional way, enabling people to get a good understanding of perhaps who it is they're seeing. They might not know who it is that they're seeing. It's lovely to know that in advance. So lots of things you can do there. I can also add content using my add button. So if there's any files that you want to add, maybe presentations or even videos that you've been given by representatives, you might have a boutique representative that gives you files. You can add that in there and upload the content from your local drive. You can add in a URL. So if that's a web page, maybe a review or Google review page that you have, copy and paste it in and add it to your My Media content. My Media is all of your content that you've added. It's not available for anyone else to view and use. So this is all of the content that we've uploaded for our practice. I've also spoken about Canva integration. So Canva, if you don't know, is a free to use at the initial start cloud-based application. I describe it as PowerPoint on steroids. It enables you to preview a whole bunch of templates that have been created by people across the planet. There's all sorts of stuff in there that enables you to promote your whitening, your implants, your straightening, days that you might be celebrating within the practice, festivals, so on and so forth. And it's ideal for social media, but it's also ideal for you to create little, if you like, videos or posters to put into your playlist. So this one actually came from a template. It's very simple. All I'm going to do with this particular one is I'm going to upload my template. I'm not going to spend too much time manipulating this, but just to say I can put in my logo. Actually, I can also remove the background of my logo so it fades in, so it's nice and discreet. And all I'm going to do now is share that with Codasign. So Codasign is an application within here that you will find. Obviously, speak to us if you have difficulties finding those and we can help. But I'm now going to attach that to Envisage Dental TV, save. That takes a few seconds, and it's going to be available in the My Media category for me to utilize within my playlist. So that could be a promotion, it could be a member of staff that you want to highlight, an offer about your dental plan, a poster about your dental plan, whatever it might be, you can create or have created and then bring it across into your media library. As I say, it takes a few seconds, so we'll just wait for that to finish. And then when you have seen that it's finished, we can then go to the media library and we'll have a look at that and see how we then add that into the playlist. So where that will appear is in here. This is one I did earlier. I can add that in. I might want to change how long it's on screen for by pressing the configure media button. And when we press that, it allows us to reduce the time down from the default, which is 30 seconds. We'll make that 15 seconds. Save. And then we can put that into the playlist. So that's just doing that. There's that latest one that we've created. Can you see that's got my dental practice logo in? I can just add that in. Then I will carry on. You might want to put in about your teeth whitening, veneers, any of the other treatments, finance, health plans that you might offer. But you will just go back into the next category that you want to promote. Add content in, your boutique whitening, maybe some of the boutique content added in. Whitening, am I suitable? So these are good educational items. Yes, we know all about this, but actually the majority of people out there do not know how whitening works, and they may feel it appropriate just to go on Amazon or Google and buy some bleach or some variation of it to have sent to their house, but let's make sure they come to you, the professionals, for their whitening. Once we have our content and our playlist in order, you can change the order. If you feel like you want to move any content, I just click it and it goes into its location. I can delete content as well. But once I'm done, I can press the send button to send it to display. I can preview it before I send it, and I just press the preview button. It just takes a bit of time whilst it's making it into a format that I can preview. And this helps me just understand the narrative. Does it look good? Does it flow? Do the items work well in the context of the play of the waiting room? But I'm happy with that. I'm going to press the send. I can choose my display. If I've got a number of displays or practices, they will be here. I will just click on this one that I have and press send. It's telling me it's sent to the display, which will then cache all of that content into the media player, and then it plays from there. So it's not putting any stress on your bandwidth by streaming. It's literally storing that content and then playing it from the media player. Just a few other things. The media library, we do have downloadable content. This is content. Every time we create an educational item, we therefore create the appropriate sized one for social media, whether that's square or vertical for maybe a reel on Facebook, or indeed for a portrait screen that you might have in the window of the practice. If I look at these also have sound, and obviously they're a bit more engaging with the sound, suitable for social media. You wouldn't want these on your screen, but by pressing the download button, that will then enable you to download that, store it on your computer, and then do what you wish, whether that's put it onto your web page, put it into social media, edit it, that's up to you. So I would just press save and then put that, publish it to my social channels. Please mention us if you do that. I'm just going to press cancel. And finally, one other thing that we have is a bit of chairside content. So chairside, everyone in the practice can log into the system and view the library. So if you have a patient that needs to know what a root canal process is or what a root canal infection is, you can actually just open this up on the computer within the surgery and just show someone, look, this is what's happened to your tooth, and we've got to do something about this. So this is the initial infection. I'm not going to add it to the screen. I'm just previewing it. I don't need any additional licenses for that, but you know what the adage is, a video is the same as 1,000 words. Just show them this and they'll get a good understanding of why they're now going to go on and have to have root canal treatment, so it improves compliance. Support is available, normal office hours. Contact us by phone or by instant messaging. We can do that straight away by calling us. The support department are the largest part of our company. There's always people there to pick up the phone for you, and they will diagnose most things straight away by either logging in or going through some questions with you. But hopefully that covers the majority of the features of the Codasign system. I hope that helps, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye-bye.